What is going on, everyone? This is Ninja Geek here, and today I wanted to respond to Drift0r's video, What They Didn't Teach Me in School. And normally for videos or that I like or dislike or whatever, if I dislike a video, which is rare, I just either click off or I don't really leave a comment. I don't bother. But usually, for the videos that I like, I love to input my thoughts, as you know from my previous commentaries on what I like to talk about. I like to input my thoughts into the comments, so, I get my thoughts out there on, who's right. And in this particular video, I strongly agree with Drift0r, and I kind of wanted to make a video about it, giving, of course, Drift0r credit for this video idea, I guess you would call it. But anyways, let's get into it, because I strongly agree with this. And this video is coming from somebody, if you know me, or whatever happens to be the case. I am a high school person in high school senior year, which is obviously grade 12. And these thoughts are coming from somebody who has been in the high school, middle school, yada yada, in the school system, but is still currently in it as of right now. And I would love to hear other people's thoughts on this as well, from what we have learned in Drift0r's video and so on and so forth. So, to start off with, like I said, I completely agree with Drift0r's point in doing this, because he said himself that he had to do a whole bunch of, I don't know exactly the whole story, but that's not my problem to deal with. He has to deal with these, taxes and doing this and that for, buying a house, doing all this, doing that, and life in general. You think of what you're going to do when you get older. Yes, going to college or whatever you may want to do is one thing, but buying a house, that's a major part of your life. Everyone in their lifetime needs to buy a house, But you start off in school. Right now, in school, I'm going to go over the previous things that I've learned. I mean, in 10th grade, I've learned how to do the Pythagorean theorem. And while the Pythagorean theorem is great, if you're going to be a person that constructs buildings or anything like that, yes, doing that is a great thing. The Pythagorean theorem can help you out tremendously with finding the angles and sides of a triangle. Perfect. But is it really going to help me out in the long run? No. I mean, what's it going to do for me? I don't want to become that in life. So learning the Pythagorean theorem isn't always necessary, essentially to life, When you think of something like how doing your taxes, everyone has to do their taxes. It's something that's essential to life, but you don't learn it in school. And so far, like I've said, I'm still in high school. I haven't learned how to do taxes yet. So I'm sorry, if I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to trying to do these different things, as Drift0r did in his video, because I haven't been through that experience yet of learning how to do it. And you could even see it right now, like I'm talking. I have no idea how to calculate taxes or do my taxes in a specific way. Like, I don't even know what formula you have to do it in. I don't know, whatever it has to be. I don't know what you have to do. And that's a real problem, because the school system, the whole idea of the school system is so that you learn to grow on, I guess, to become something in life. You're supposed to gain knowledge for your lifetime. Well, if the Pythagorean theorem is supposed to help me out throughout my life, but taxes aren't, then I think there's a problem there, and it needs to be somewhat addressed. Now, of course, there is the whole Common Core system, which I'm not even going to get into, because that is garbage. That whole system is bullshit, in my own opinion. But basically, I think Common Core is ruining the whole system. Aside from what we learn and what we don't learn, and what the teachers actually teach and what they don't teach, the Common Core I don't like. And what we actually learn could be changed. Yes, Pythagorean theorem is good, and along with the other things, like, oh yeah, in science, it's looking through a microscope to see living organisms living and thriving in there. It's a really cool thing to see. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually really cool to see how such little things can essentialize into our life, what we have now, and everything, and the technologies that have grown up in this world of science. It's excellent what we've been able to do. I mean, you even look at the technologies with cell phones and computers and how everything's been getting better over the years. It's amazing how living organisms have grown, but at the same time, I think that learning how to actually buy a house is better than that, because for the average person, am I personally going to become a scientist that does that stuff? No. I mean, that while it is cool and it's fun, it's for fun fact and reference to learn that, yes, and it could be taught, yes, I think I'd rather learn how to buy a house or buy something big like a car or buy this, so that I'm not going to end up throwing myself in some place that I don't even know what to do, you know? When it comes a point in my life later on when I end up having to either pay taxes or buy a house, which it will come, it's not something that maybe could come, like all these things they teach you in school. This is something that's definitely coming down the road. It's definitely coming in my future, and I don't know how to do it. And that's a problem. The school honestly should teach you that, and it shouldn't be one class that, you know, teaches this. I'm saying, like, throughout the main theory of the school should be about how to do this, like in generally in math class and maybe science class and stuff like that. You know, history. You take history. History is my absolute favorite subject, and I feel like history in and on itself is the best subject in school, to be completely honest, because you know, with math, yes, you're learning things that can help you in your life, but history, as said by many, always repeats itself. Knowing history is fun fact, you know, it's fun to learn, but as well as it can help the future of our country. It's nice and knowledgeable to know. I think history is a great course, but at the same time, we need to know how to do things in our life, like being able to save money, buy a house, like learning how to do all this stuff essential to life. And that's why I agree with you, Drifter. That's why I completely agree with you. You know, I'm not going to be that person that's like, I mean, while I do hate the Common Core system and how the teachers don't actually necessarily, quote, teach the class, they make you learn it on your own, which could help, but there needs to be some sort of push towards doing something to at least put these fundamentals into the school system. I mean, you've got the stuff that we're learning now, but it just needs to be put in there about how to do essential things in life that we're all going to have to do, no matter what job you have, no matter where you go in life. Personally, for me, I'm kind of stuck right now between a rock and a hard place. I really like doing multiple things, looking forward into college, but no matter what I do, whether it's being like a film production, doing all that type of stuff, to coding and game development and different things like that I'm more interested in, whether it's doing anything, I'm still going to have to know how to pay taxes and own a house, because I'm still going to have to do that stuff. I'm going to have to know how to do that for my entire life, as well as you are now or have already been or are looking forward to in the future. So leave a comment below on what you think about this, and I just wanted to make this video, so thank you, Drift0r, for your input and making me think. I mean, I probably have, you know, most people have already probably thought about these thoughts, you know, going on, like, why don't they teach this in school, but they brush it off. I'm trying to bring it out into the public here as a response video. So that's it for today's video. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and of course subscribe for more content here on the channel. I'm Ninja Geek. I'm out. Peace.